Hey everybody, welcome to Grounded for Life. Uh, some of the stuff I come up with, I think I'm going to be, that's why I named it that channel. But I don't know, I figure somebody's got to hear it, right? No matter how weird it sounds or how out of there, yeah, it could be happening. Well, you guys ready for your daily dose? I don't know if it'll be daily, but as often as I can get on here, I will. I should probably say before I get started, if you like this, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That just makes it easier to know when I'm on, because if I ever figure out how to actually schedule something and put it up there where you guys actually know what time I'm getting on, that'd be great. But as of yet, I haven't figured out how to do that. So again, I'll throw out an invite for anybody that knows how to run Zoom and YouTube and such. It won't take much to be better than me. So I'd appreciate any help you'd like to give. No problem. All right, for the news. Some of these stories here I got off of Frog News Network. They're pretty, they get a lot of intel. They're pretty amazing at that. So I go to 5, 6 different, shows and stuff and pull information, little tidbits here and there. I recommend you go to these like Frog News or to these websites and check them out. I can give you a list of them real quick. Frog News Network would be one. Kirsten W would be another, and that's CIRSTEN, I think. It's not Christine, it's Kirsten. Mel K is amazing, MEL.K, and she has the Mel K show. She's got tons of intel, very smart lady. A couple of my favorites, Michael Jayco. He was a Navy SEAL. He was with SEAL Team 6. He was a commander of SEAL Team 6. He was with the SEALs for 24 years and with the 3-letter agency, starts with a C, for I believe like 11 years or something like that. So put it this way, he's well connected. He gets very, very good intel. Another one I like a lot is the boxer, David Nino Rodriguez. I'd like to meet that guy someday. I just think he's cool as hell. But he's the kind of guy similar to me. I'll just say I got this info. I really can't tell you if it's, rock solid or not. Dig into it. Go check out the people that are saying the info. Like wherever I tell you it comes from. Feel free to go and check out their news, and they usually do give you avenues to go to find the info to substantiate it. But all right, and Gene Decode, I can't forget about him. He's pretty awesome. Monkey Works, Monkey MERX. He's amazing for any kind of military planes flying. He'll tell you, is this normal, is it non-normal? Just the other day, one thing he's seen that was not normal, never seen it before in his career, was 2 Air Force 2s in the air at the same time going different directions in the United States. Now, Air Force 2 is what the vice president flies on. Well, apparently we had 2 vice presidents here, and so far this year I've noticed every time Uncle Joe is on a plane, it doesn't say Air Force One, it says NA. So not available, not applicable. I don't know, but it is yet to say Air Force One. So to me, it's a big what the heck, huh? But anyway, back to the news. But he's a great source to go to. Definitely check all these people out. I've scraped through a lot of these people, and some I can't wrap my head around some stuff, so I don't really name them too much. The ones that they get off the beaten trail a little bit sometimes, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm narrow-minded. Maybe actually there's more to it that I just don't understand, and that's a good possibility. I'm only human. I haven't lived. I'm 57. I've lived a little bit of life, but I haven't been everywhere. So, but anyway, to the news. Some of this here came from Frog News Network stuff, and I'll let you know where I got it from, so you can track her down. They were saying here yesterday, last evening, ATMs were going down in several states. Possible currency exchange starting, they were thinking. And also, people were being arrested for meddling with the AUDTS. I didn't quite spell that right, so I'm hoping that won't throw any problems my way. And more AUDTS opening up in other states. I know Wisconsin here, they're looking at doing one relatively soon, if they haven't started already, I believe. And that's needed because I watched them shut everything down for 3 hours, and then all of a sudden open it up 3 hours later, and I'm still awake watching it. And yeah, I can't say what happened, but everybody probably knows anyway. All right. Another thing from Frog News. After a civil war, President Grant signed USA into a corporation. Okay, now this is a little history. The U.S. started out with a different, let me think here. It's kind of deep, and I wasn't real great at history or nothing, so bear with me. But we had our original Constitution from 1776 to 1817, I think, or something like that, I believe it was. And then the country became, it had to be later than 17, but anyway, the country became, at some point when Grant was in office, became a corporation where, like a president or a CEO of a corporation and stuff like that. Well, anyway, as of 2021, January, the 100-year lease or whatever on the corporation, that deal ran out, and we revert back to a republic. So, anyway, what I'm understanding, and they were saying was, just like I said, now Trump is the head of the new republic. And the way I understand it, Uncle Joe is the head of the failing, broke-ass corporation. So, sounds like we got a two-tier system here. We got two presidents. And win, lose, or draw, I guess one never left. He's just president of a different, he's president of the republic, So I don't know. That this is kind of scratching over my head, but I can see where, I'm half Ojibwa, or probably more people know him as Chippewa, American Indian. And I know a lot of treaties were made there that ran out or, just never got obligated to begin with. But I know treaties run out. And, I imagine this was what this was. It's like a 100-year treaty or agreement or whatever. In the new republic, laws will change in the future under the new republic. I put money will change, many things will change, like the way, like for instance, you're not going to have, apparently from what I'm hearing, you're not going to have a Supreme Court. You're not going to have certain people deciding what the laws are. The people will again be able to decide what the laws are for themselves. We are the people. We're the bosses. We're the governing body or whatever. I mean, it's up to, they're supposed to be in there speaking for us, and I haven't heard anybody for a while say anything that I've been thinking. So apparently with the republic, it's going to revert back to that where the people have to say. And I know in the republic, they're talking about a new form of currency that's coming out, and I'm not sure about how to pronounce it. It's all over the place. You go to Frog News, they talk about it. You go, Melke will talk about it. Nino will talk about it. I think Michael Jayco might mention it, but they talk about the new form of currency, and I can't remember how to pronounce it, but apparently money is supposed to start changing. Banks will open up and change currency from the US dollar to something else. And now I understand too, I just heard the other day in the news that like Russia and a few other countries aren't accepting American money anymore. So that's not a good thing. Yeah. Let's see. They were talking about Arkansas and the Clintons and how the Clintons started the first cartels tied to El Chapo, running drugs to the U.S., tied into mafias throughout the USA. And I think it was probably running guns and other things, but no, they were talking about that. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I didn't dig on that at all. I just mentioned it. And they also said, and this is what brought that about, Chelsea Clinton will be seen at tribunal and executed, they figure, if she isn't already. I don't know. I have no idea about that. Don't follow Chelsea Clinton in the least. The cool thing I heard about was mag trains. I think I mentioned them last night too, Bert. What they are is maglevs, M-A-G-L-E-V, I believe. And it stands for magnetic levitation trains. So they're magnetic, or they run on magnetism, and then they levitate. So they're not riding on a rail, they're just floating. And from what I understand, they put in some sort of a tube or a tunnel like thing, and then vacuum seal it so there's no air resistance. Apparently these trains can do 12,000 miles an hour. Not like, holy crap, I wish I could go 12,000 miles an hour. I'd make a lot of money, and I probably wouldn't be out very long. But yeah, they were talking about this, and they said you could go from LA to Japan in 30 minutes. That'd be pretty nice. Go pretty much anywhere in the United States in like, what, 15, 20. It wouldn't be a big problem with it. You'd go to the airport earlier than it would take you to get to where you're going to. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, they're also talking about why other countries or countries that don't like us so much here haven't invaded us or tried to just jump on our shores. And they came up with this, and I got to agree with this. As far as like, there's 750,000 registered deer hunters in Wisconsin every year. And every one of these deer hunters, I know they have at least one gun, at least one. Well, the numbers they threw up was 70,000 plus million hunters throughout the United States. Last year in 2020, 40 million firearms were sold. And last year in 2020, 9 million of those 40 million were first-time gun owners. And I put in parentheses, this is why we don't get invaded. Well, it makes sense. I mean, a strong defense is a really good offense. You got firepower in your back pocket. Nobody's going to mess with you. I mean, I have friends all over the world, actually, some in Germany, Australia. You know, Australia is not allowed to have guns, so they think it's really weird. But like they say, you don't mess with America because, you know, it's the Wild West. They think that you come here and everybody's wearing a gun on their hip, and if you look at them wrong, they just shoot you. And I says, not that way, really, not where I live, but, you know, now it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so if the world has that impression on us, it's a good idea to keep them around. It's probably avoiding a lot of headaches. All right. They're also saying a lot of the earthquakes that have been going on that were between, I think it was a 3.5 on the Richter to a 5.5 on the Richter, right in that area, were probably blowing tunnels and domes are called deep underground military bases. And what they are is they're down about 10 clicks deep. I think all of them pretty much run that average depth. They can run them under oceans. They can run them everywhere. I mean, for one, I took a semi in Virginia, and they didn't have a bridge. They had a tunnel. You went under the water with the trucks and the cars and everything because they had Navy ships passing over the top. And apparently you would have had to go to the sky in order to get over the ship. So they tunneled under, and you went underwater. And when I got done going through that thing, I stopped at the other end and I went and bought a what the hell do you call it? One of them cards, it says where you've been. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, I went and bought one of them, and I still got it here somewhere, but it's I believe it's somewhere in Virginia Beach, something like that, where they have, I don't remember exactly where it was, but yeah, they got a naval station there, and you actually go underwater, and it's one big giant tunnel, and you pop up on the other side of the bay, river, whatever it is. So, and then my buddy Biggles in Australia, he was calling me and telling me about a mouse plague they got out there. Ever since they got the big flooding and stuff, the mice just ran inland, and they got millions and millions of mice out west. I mean, I've seen some of the videos. It's like biblical almost how many mice they have. And they're always talking about, they're also talking about Walmart is trafficking children, as well as, I know they had something to do with that Evergreen, Evergiven. I believe Evergiven was Walmart's code name or something like that with the 3-letter agency. So, I don't know. I can't verify that, but yeah, he would be somebody big, I would imagine. These tunnels I was talking about were these domes. They found one underneath the Vatican, I guess, and it goes from the Vatican all the way to Jerusalem. I don't know how many miles that is, but it looks like it's got to be just about as long as the United States is. But anyway, inside that tunnel that they investigated and closed down and cleaned up and stuff, I guess they found a bunch of kids. I guess they also found 777 books of the Bible were found in the tunnel under the Vatican. The tunnel was full of gold. I don't know how full, but enough where they valued the gold in the tunnel, in this one tunnel. Now, it's a big one, but it's only one tunnel. There's many, many, many tunnels throughout the world. But in this one tunnel, they found enough gold to value it at $24 quadrillion worth of gold. Quadrillion. It makes this little flu thing we had for the last year look like a drop in the bucket. Just think about that. $24 quadrillion. Okay. All right. Yeah, I just mentioned this. Tunnels and domes are all over the world. Earthquakes all over the world. I mentioned that there's 3.5 to 5.5 on the decimal. The quakes are, if they're blowing domes, they always range between that. It's usually around a 4, 4.5, something like that. They were saying tribunals are happening right now in several locations, and they have been for some time. They're still going on. They said with New Republic, there will be debt forgiveness. So basically, if you have a house loan, it's gone. If you have credit card debt, bye-bye. If you have medical bills, I would assume they're gone. I mean, any debt forgiveness, student loan, anything, car loan, I would imagine. I don't know about that. I can't say about car loan, but And basically what they're saying is a lot of this gold and a lot of this stuff, people have been mismanaging funds for years and years and years and decades and centuries, and it's going to be payback for the people surviving in the world. You know, maybe ours are great ancestors that, you know, lost some dishes and a couple of candlestick holders or something, but it all added up, and one person isn't going to keep this. It's going to be distributed throughout the world to each and every individual. Now, I heard something last night. I wish that were true. I pray it's true. But somebody threw a number up that said you would get, what was it, $100,000 a month for 11 years. So, I don't know. I'd take it, man. I'd take it. That'd be awesome. I'd retire without any worry. I wouldn't have to work until I'm 80, like my dad did. It's just not right. He worked all his life, and by the time he retired, you know, he got Alzheimer's and died. It's just a hell of a way to go, man. All right. They're also saying the Federal Reserve is gone. It's broke. Basically shut down. Hence, the corporation is broke. That was gold backing the paper dollar that they're printing like there's no tomorrow. That's got to worry people by itself, I'd think. I'm not a smart guy, but I know the more you print, the less it's worth. The IRS is gone, they say. The white hats took them down. Now they tell me I just paid my taxes. So if they're gone, I'll be waiting for that check to come back. They're saying watch the water. Bitcoin crash they're talking about. I don't know. I guess it's, you know, fluttered a little bit. They were saying something about the 3 gorgeous dams collapse in China. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. 3 gorges, Georges. I don't know what the hell it is. But anyway, a big dam that's leaking pretty bad. And they say if that thing blows out, there's a tunnel or a dome right at the base of that dam, I guess, along with Wuhan laboratories, where this super flu came from. And that's all. And along with Bitcoin mainframe is right underneath that dam, I guess. So if that thing goes, Bitcoin may be no more. That's where its mass computer is located, I believe. At least that's the info I've heard. They said mass arrests on 28th. No media coverage about it. Had to do with the counting going on. Hope you know what I mean by this, but the counting, the Arizona counting. Okay. Let's see. Mike Pompeo. Excuse me, I can't talk tonight. Mike Pompeo has lots of proof COVID came from lab in Hunan, China. Several bioviruses in Hunan, and it isn't just the C virus. It's also the bubonic plague, AIDS, and I heard about different strands of the C virus as well, quite a few of them. So I don't like talking about that too much. It's some unstable ground. I can be here 1 minute, gone next, and I ain't got nobody here yet. So it's like I don't want to start building sites for anybody shows. But I appreciate taking time and giving me a look. Give me a fair shot. I appreciate that. They were saying nationwide audits are coming soon. This is X22 report. That's another pretty reliable place to go. A lot of info. X22 report also said Australia started switching their currency today, which is tomorrow in Australia. It's Monday in Australia now. They were talking about a plague of mice. I was saying Biggles, my friend was telling me about. Well, apparently a plague of locusts has hit Medania. I don't know how you say this. Medania, something like that. It's outside of Iran or right around Iran. It's sounding biblical because, I mean, the sky went dark with locusts. I don't like bugs. I've been getting out a big ass can of Raid. Let's see. And then mice in Australia, locusts in Iran, biblical sense. You got earthquakes, you got volcanoes, you got flooding, you got tornadoes just tore, things all to pieces that normally, I guess they normally don't get a lot of tornadoes or something, but yeah, they'll move some furniture in a hurry, man. We get them here. And on Mel K Show and Nino, Nino's Corner.tv is Nino's private site. He had an interview with Mel K, and that was pretty educational. I believe he was the one interviewing, I'm not sure. It was one or the other. He just kind of get on there and talk back and forth, and it's real casual, kind of like this. Sorry, I'm always looking this way, but this is where my paperwork is to check my notes. I'd look right at the camera, but I'd be looking at you like, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, Mel K and Nino's Corner. There's an international sting going on now, Mel K was saying. Russia is on our side, and Russia has 2 subs, nuclear subs, on either side of our coast, the east and the west coast. But I don't think they're here to do us any harm, guys. I really don't. I think they're helping the push, helping the white hats. I know one thing, Putin, he may be a lot of things, but he hates pedophiles. He hates kid touchers and stuff. You don't want that going on. So I'm not saying he's a saint by any means, but yeah, even guys like that will draw the line somewhere, and he found it. So anyway, yeah, the Evergreen, that ship was plugged up in the Suez Canal. I was going to mention that at the time that was going on, that ship was being searched. This is what makes me think too, Russia is working with us, is when that thing was stuck in the middle, and they were acting like they were trying to get it out so fast, and they weren't trying to get it out. I mean, maybe they were, but that wasn't why. That wasn't why it was sitting around the corner for another 5 weeks or whatever. No, it's being searched, and they found a lot of stuff in there. I understand they found weather technology machines to manipulate the weather. They found some shots. Okay, you got it, anti-shots. All right. They found some of them that went bad because they had to be refrigerated, and they weren't supposed to sit there that long, didn't have that long a shelf life. I understood they found a bunch of people on there. I can't say just kids, I would say people. I don't know if they're all minors, but half of the people were pretty much, the number was pretty close to half were deceased. And at the time when that went on, when that Evergreen ship was plugged up in the middle of the Suez Canal, down the south end of the exit of the canal, the direction it was heading, was a U.S. destroyer. And up on the northern half, if they turned around and said, all right, we're getting out of here, we're going up that way again, there was a Russian destroyer. So that's why I'm thinking, yeah, we're probably on the same team. Alrighty. And I actually seen that in somebody's map that does the water, just like Monkey Works does the skies. Just can't remember their name off the top of my head right now. They were saying 2 countries are getting cleaned up worldwide. Putin has proof, all of it. Countries working together to bring down the cabal. When I say cleaned up, I don't only mean tunnels and kid trafficking and stuff. I mean the I don't know, November 3rd date. That's getting cleaned up, and there are a lot of other countries having new selections, and the same dumb onion technology is being used. And people are wise to it now, so it's not going to fly. And I didn't want to say names because I'm worried about getting tossed out of here, so I made up my own names. I know I've heard Flashbang and Bob Marley, but I came up with Camel Toe Harris and Uncle Joe. Anyway, their admin is broken. Now they're coming after the people for 47% capital gains tax, basically on anything you plan on making money on capital gains. You want to sell your house, you got to give half of it to the government. That's what they're trying to pass next. That's right on the table now. For the middle and upper class, it's going to destroy us, man. This will just put the final nail in the coffin. Who's going to sell a house and they got to give half of it to Uncle Sam? You're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll live here until I die. But, they're broke. And like I said, the corporation is busted. It's flat. And they need more money to keep throwing it out to everybody. Stay home, don't work, don't do anything. Here, we'll give you some money. But the problem is you're broke to begin with. So it's not going to work real well for anybody. All right. All I'm basically saying here, guys, is, they said Hollywood is basically a ghost town now. I don't doubt it. I've seen some of their awards shows just tanking. I mean, stick a fork in them already, they're done. But you know what? I don't think a lot of people have this big starry-eyed look at Hollywood anymore after, it's kind of like somebody said, once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once you wake up, once you see what's going on and what Hollywood people have been doing with, think about it. You're so rich, you can do anything you want. You can go on any trip you want. You can take private jets. I'm just thinking of Kardashians when I say all this. I've watched them on TV. They don't go nowhere normal. Oh, we're going out to a ranch. Okay, let's take our limousines to the ranch. We'll fly our private jets there. We'll put on our jeans and pretend we're cowboys for a week. It's like, whatever. I can see why, that would get boring to a celebrity that can have anything at their fingertips. And they probably do have to get off the grid to do something new and exciting, but I ain't the answer, man. So, no, if they got anything to do with this pedophilia stuff, they need to come down. They need to go bye-bye. That's just me. I ain't got time for none of it. They're also saying that a lot of cases in these mass shooting attacks we're seeing here in America that happen way too often. They're saying that a lot of these shooters are MK Ultra, basically the three-letter agency. It's mind control. You program, you stick a name in there, a word in their head, and the guy is just totally normal until one day they call up and say slap shot, and that's the word, and this guy just trips and he becomes an assassin. And that's why a lot of these guys that get done doing this and what happened? Why'd you do it? What'd they do? They don't even remember doing it. They don't even know what they did. Have no idea. So I'm not justifying nothing. I'm just saying if that's going on, you can't hardly blame the shooter. I mean, they've been programmed to do that. I've seen movies where they program people like MK Ultra and they go and shoot a president or a dignitary or something. It's in the movies. One thing I've figured out, whatever is in the movies probably isn't too far from real life. I mean, a lot of the stuff they're talking about, it's almost like they knew about it before they made the movies, So anyway, that was about all the information I have for this evening. If you enjoyed hearing me, sorry I drug it out a little long. If you enjoy hearing me and listening and just getting updates so you ain't got to search around like I do for you guys, I just try to bring it all to one place. It's kind of a slow weekend for news. Like, subscribe, share, please share it. I mean, the more people hear, the better. I'm just trying to get it out there and get people to look at stuff they normally wouldn't look at. I mean, just open your mind and give it a shot. I ain't saying they're right. I ain't saying they're wrong. I'm saying that's for you to say. That's your decision to make. Who's right, who's wrong, who's full of crap, who's not. I ain't telling anybody to believe anything. It's just open your mind enough to try to just see what's out there. Yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing Memorial Day. Tomorrow I'm gonna march with Legion, and we'll go and honor our vets. So, but you guys have a great weekend, the rest of the weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. And be safe. Keep your head on a swivel, watch around you, don't put yourself in bad situations. Things are weird right now. I mean, you just kind of got to take a little extra precaution to make sure you're in a safe situ, and just enjoy life, man. That's all I can say. Enjoy life. But if you love America like I do, you ain't going to have a problem stepping up when somebody needs you to. That's why I'm doing this. I just can't sit on my hands. I got to help out some way. I don't care if there's only 5 people listening. At least I'm doing my part, So have a great day, guys, or evening, I should say. And the rest of the weekend. And bless you all. Take it easy.